Hello, my friends. Welcome back to my channel, Diamonds and Washi. My name's Katie, and if you're new to my channel, hi, welcome. I hope you consider subscribing, and if you're back, welcome back. Today I'm here with a reveal and post review of one of my most recently completed diamond painting kits, and in these reveal videos, I just take the chance to reveal what a completed diamond painting looks like. My hope is that in these videos you'll get a sense for what to expect, not only from the specific kit that I'm showing you, but also what that particular company has to offer and what they have going for them, so you can get a sense for, is this a company that I'd like to try out? Is this a specific kit that I would like to try out? So again, this is one of my most recently completed diamond painting projects. I adored working on it, and I can't wait to talk about it with you all here today. So what I have for you all today is the absolutely stunning Wonder Woman 1984. This is from Diamond Art Club and was licensed through their agreement with Warner Brothers. And so it is from an artist that we all know and love from Diamond Art Club, but we just get to say that it's from Warner Brothers. So everything has been done above board though. The artist has been fairly compensated and is a really lovely person, and her artwork looks incredible when it is rendered and completed in Diamond Art Club's style. Oh my gosh, I'm obsessed. I am obsessed. This is chock full of rainbows and girl power and modeled very intentionally after Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman, specifically, as it says in the name, the 1984, which is the second movie that came out kind of recently. I need to go back and watch that again. But I have so much that I love about this kit. But before I get into that, let me tell you a quick little breakdown of sort of the stats on this kit. So this was 51 by 76 centimeters, which is honestly one of my favorite sizes of diamond paintings to work on because it's big enough that you usually get a nice amount of detail like we did in here, but it's not so big that I feel like I'm going to burn out because it's going to take me longer to complete. I love this size of diamond painting kit. This had 67 colors, which it shares a tie with like 5 or 6 other kits for the most number of colors that Diamond Art Club has yet to do in a diamond painting kit. 67 is where they seem to max out. So this did have 67 glorious colors, I think because of the rainbow that is happening here. And this had square diamonds. It definitely had Diamond Art Club's newer square diamonds, and it seemed to have the tighter square drill field as well. So that made this kit an absolute dream to work on. Oh my gosh. It did come with 6 bags of 310 because in this artist style, we see lots of that like stained glass, that black outlining going on. So there was lots of 310. There was a good mix of color blocking and confetti. Color blocking is when you have chunks of the same color in a small area, so you can use your multi-placer a fair amount. Like these bigger like streaks of black, I was able to multi-place through those. Here in her gauntlets, or like her arm guards here, this is actually all white AB, and I actually multi-placed some of that. And color blocking is when you have more color changes in a small area, so maybe like some of the details on her headband, or even like down here like in her belt. There was a little bit more confetti going on in here to give us some more detail. I started this kit on June 5th, and it was actually sent to me as a sneak peek by Diamond Art Club. And I filmed the sneak peek video, the first part of it, and then worked on this furiously for 48 hours before I had to film the last part of that sneak peek video. But I really loved getting the chance to show you guys a portion of what this looked like completed. I worked on like her face and her arms so you could see how the skin tones were turning out. But then I worked on her at the same time as another project, and this ultimately ended up taking me about 10 days from start date to finish date. It was my 81st finish of all time and my 18th finish of this year. But yeah, no, she worked up pretty quickly, and I'm so happy with the finished result. I love the shading. I love the colors. I love how vibrant she is. I did use this kit to participate in 2 different events that friends were hosting this month. She actually qualified for the Princess Along because Diana is the daughter of the Queen of Themyscira, and so she is actually, in fact, a princess. So she qualified for the Princess Along, which is being co-hosted by my friend Lindsay at Emeralds and Fairy Lights, and then my friend Chris Colasso is hosting a Pride event for the month of June, and she qualified because, well, mainly because of the rainbow of color behind her, but in the canon, like in Wonder Woman canon, she is part of the LGBT community. So that is actually part of her story and her lore. So in multiple ways, she qualified for that event, and I was glad to get to support some friends through both of those events. I'll link to their channels below and definitely recommend you check them out. They have great content and are fabulous people all around. So let me tell you a little bit of some of the things that I loved about this kit. While I do that though, I'm actually going to bring you down a little bit closer so you can see some of these elements close up. Okay, so first, I thought her face was really striking. There was a particular celebrity that a lot of people were pointing out that they thought that she looked like. To be honest, I didn't really see it. Maybe because I so firmly had in my head knowing that the artist modeled her after Gal Gadot in the 1984, rather Wonder Woman 1984. It didn't come out in the year 1984. That's just in the title. It came out like 3 years ago or something. But that's who it was modeled after. I love that in her hair, like because of that stained glass effect, we see even the colors behind her, they actually spill over into her hair on both sides, like the pinkish red and the purple. And Diamond Art Club's rendering team, oh my gosh, you guys knocked it out of the park. You're going to hear me talk about that a lot because I thought the render on this was so incredible. One of the things that I absolutely adored is all of the white here. You can see some of that sparkle, especially up here. White ABs, because that's what she uses these for. Like they're part of how she uses her power. I thought that was a brilliant decision and fits the original artwork so beautifully. If you're curious, for comparison's sake, this is my logbook, but that's the original artwork. Come on, focus, right here. You can see how those gleam, like the gauntlets that she's wearing. Oh my gosh, so pretty. There's some yellow ABs here, like up by her wrists, and a little bit of a brown AB, kind of, and doing some highlighting on her gloves. I thought the AB placement was gorgeous. There's some ABs here on her upper armband. And she's kind of covering the symbol on her chest, but there's ABs in here as well. I'm obsessed with the rainbow of color behind her. I think it's incredible. In her belt, there's a tiny handful of ABs doing like on some of these up pointing arrows. We have the watch over here, which I thought was so sweet. And then the lasso of truth has a bunch of white ABs in it as well. And then even the shading in her thighs, like so good. Diamond Art Club, you're killing it. I love it. So you can see as you're looking probably that there's virtually no gapping happening in these diamonds, even in the areas where we have lots of light drills. Like look at her super muscly arms here. But like in light drills, it's really where you'll see if there's going to be gapping, that's where you will see it. There's virtually none here. And I love, like I said, that Diamond Art Club did tighten up their square drill field once they really did start making these impeccable square drills in-house with this really high quality and consistent sizing. I feel like because I'm a perfectionist and seeing gapping or seeing like kind of shifts and waves in the rows of diamonds, it kind of bugs me and I'll want to go back and fix it, especially in skin tones and in faces. But I just don't even see any gapping. And I multi-place through here and I'm like, I notice tiny imperfections, but even like through the camera lens and pulled back a bit there, I really doubt that you're seeing very much at all. I mean, yeah, now I'm looking, I'm like, oh yeah, you can see a little bit of shift there. But honestly, in most kits, you'll see much more in the way of a little bit of gapping, a little bit of shift, where especially if you've multi-placed, you'll see that. It'll be really evident, and I didn't see that here, and so I love that. And it's not because of my multi-placing abilities. I really credit Diamond Art Club for that. We have some ABs here and her kind of headband, and I thought that was a nice addition as well. We have a little bit of pink AB here in the background, highlighting right here. There's a pink AB, and it highlights along here as well. So let me bring you back out and we'll talk a little bit more about some of the things I really loved, but just, isn't she just glorious? All right, let me pull you out. Okay, so obviously one of my favorite parts about this piece in general is just the overall rendering. That is always going to be one of the first things that I look to. It's one of the most important parts to me as a diamond painter. I really want that finished look of the piece to feel like it's doing justice to the original artwork, and I want it to just really come together beautifully, and I think that that really did happen in this case. I love that this is kind of this panel style of artwork, and that the size, like I mentioned, I thought was a really enjoyable size to work on. That 50-ish by 70-ish. It used to be like the majority of Diamond Art Club's kits seem to be in that range, and it seems like lately they've skewed much larger, more like 70 by 90, but really like the 50 by 70-ish, that's my happy place. So I hope that we'll continue to see more in this range as long as the artwork lends itself to that size. Diamond Art Club is really intentional about doing artwork in a size that lets us see the detail and see the artwork in a way that does it justice and is going to turn out well. They're not going to give us a too small canvas just for the sake of giving us a smaller one if it's not going to look good when it's complete. So I totally get and respect that. But I'm like, I hope there's more artwork then that works in this little bit smaller size. And other things that I loved about this. So I love the AB placement, like I said. I loved that this had this amazing rainbow effect that totally fit the theme of the movie, and also obviously worked perfectly for Pride Month, and I thought suited her character as well. I loved kind of what I call the usual suspects when it comes to Diamond Art Club. The glue quality and the canvas quality was excellent. I had enough drills in every color to complete the canvas, and the drill quality was very good. It was excellent. Diamond Art Club's new square diamonds are really amazing to work with. Things like the drill field was really easy to read, and just everything about it. They include everything you need with your toolkit from them. Diamond Art Club is such a solid, like, excellent standard to go with as far as diamond painting kits go, that those are all the things that now I just take for granted, and that's why I'm like, these are just the usual suspects. The usual things that you've come to expect to be excellent quality from Diamond Art Club are there. So things that I was a little bit met on. So I don't know if just my standards are too high, but I did find that some of the 310 diamonds, I was finding just a little bit more trash, or drills that had like little bits hanging off the side, but it wasn't like tabs. It was like just a tiny, really thin bit of plastic at the base that, like, really if I just pushed at it, it fell off. But there were a couple dozen of those drills mixed in with the black drills in the 310. Still a lot less, significantly less than I think you're going to see with other companies, because 310, this black color, is an extremely trash prone color. I totally get that. Like I said, I think that I just have set the bar so ridiculously high that when I was working with this, I was like, did the last Diamond Art Club kit I worked on with 310, did the 310 have these bits of trash in here? Here's the thing. I had plenty left over, like almost an entire bag of 310 left over. I had more than enough perfect quality black drills to finish this kit. And so this is me being like next level nitpicky when I say, like, there were a couple of dozen like trashy drills that I didn't want to use in this kit. Again, that's just me being super nitpicky and silly, but I'm looking for things to mention that are like maybe things that I would look for improvement. Also, There were one or two colors that I ran a little bit lower than I expect to with Diamond Art Club. There were one or two colors that I only had maybe a dozen or a couple of dozen left over. Now, granted, in this piece, there's 67 colors, which is quite a lot in a piece this size. Those colors probably didn't have that many on the canvas to begin with, and so there was no reason for them to give me tons of leftovers. But I just remembered kind of doing a double take and going, I don't remember running this low on colors before. But again, if I would somehow have run out of a color, I know that as the original owner and purchaser of this kit that I am covered under their lifetime warranty, which means if I do run out of a color, if I spill a color, if I mix up a color, I can contact Diamond Art Club's customer service and they will send me what I need to finish the kit. The other thing that I wondered about, and again, this is like not even really a downside. This is just me musing. I wondered what would this have been like with even more color? Because this has a rainbow, I thought, what if they could have done more than 67 colors? What would that have been like? Now, I think that once you get too many colors, it actually muddies the image, and Diamond Art Club is really intentional about the number of colors they do and having a really clean and crisp rendering style. But there's just part of me that went like, there's a rainbow, there's literally every color of the rainbow in this kit. What would it have been like if they would have had like just 10 more colors, you know? So I don't know if that's something that'll happen at some point where we get to see more colors, but that was just one of those things I mused over with this kit. I was like, what if there were just a little bit more to even just give even more shading to the rainbow effect happening in the background. But you guys, I have to say that this is one of my favorite finishes of the year so far. I love how she turned out. I adore this artist's work. I adore how it turns out in Diamond Art Club's rendering style. I love that Diamond Art Club has worked out this licensing agreement with Warner Brothers and DC Comics so that we get to enjoy fan art like this, because this is glorious and I am here for it. I want to see more and more and more, please. This was Wonder Woman 1984. I believe that as of the time of this filming, it's still in stock on the website. And if it does get discontinued, I would recommend jumping on it because that means that they're not going to restock it when it sells out. But anyway, you guys, I'll link to it below if you want to go and check it out. If you are brand new to Diamond Art Club and looking at making your first purchase, I do have a 20% off code you're welcome to use. I will have all that info down in the description if you're interested, but please don't feel obligated. The only thing I mention is just not to pay full price for your Diamond Art Club order because there are discount codes absolutely everywhere. Join the VIP group. There's some there. There's a couple on like your canvas and the packing slip when you make an order. They send some out by like email and app notifications. They don't want you to pay full price, so take advantage and save some money for sure. Anyway, my friends, thank you so much for watching. I hope this reveal and post review was really helpful for you in deciding if you want to work on this kit at some point yourself, or if you like this art style or like what it looks like Diamond Art Club has to offer. If this video was helpful and you enjoyed watching it along with me, please give it a thumbs up before you head out. I would super appreciate it. And if you're not already subscribed and want to see lots more diamond painting content from me, including occasional accompaniment from my Cricut friend when I have to film in the evenings after my kids go to bed, feel free to subscribe. I would love to have you. Anyway, have an amazing rest of your day, my friends, and I'll chat with you on the next one. Bye.